Okay, so we'll start. Okay, in the last class, we discussed about, I think, if and else statement. Okay, so in the last class, we discussed about if and else statement and how to use the control structure and all. Okay, so today we will discuss about the looping concept and how to declare a variables in PLSQL block. Okay, so how to declare a variable, how to insert a variable, how to retrieve the values from the table and used in my used in your queries as well. Okay, so delete, update, all are the same. Like you don't put any like a special thing need to be done over here. Like all things whatever we are doing are the same as uh, SQL block. Okay, so just declare and begin and end section will be come into the picture whenever we're talking about PLSQL block. Okay, so now we will discuss about the looping concept. After that, I will come on this particular topic about SQL cursor. That is also a very important. Okay, so first of all, okay, we will discuss about what are the control structures in PLSQL block. Is same like okay, loops. I'm talking about there are three types of loop available in PLSQL block, like basic, for, and while. Before that, in the last class, we already had a discussion about like if, else, if, and if things. We already had a discussion about it. Like if your age is less than this number, then prove this thing I'm a child or doll. And this anonymous block completed, so you have to write set server output on to execute your query. If you not, so you can view the last lecture as well. Okay, so through which you can understand all this concept. Okay, so now we will yeah, now we will discuss about the loop statements, and there are three type of a loop available in PLSQL block: basic loop, for loop, and a while loop. And the concept is very simple how to use all these loop. Okay, so I will show you the demonstration of one by one, and after that, this chart will finish. Okay, so looping concept, like you have to declare your values over there. After that, you can run a query to insert into your table or retrieve your values. Or you, if suppose in a table I have 10 records, 20 records, 30 records. So normally what we need to do, we need to write like select asterisk and retrieve that particular information from the table. But this is not a genuine way or like in a proper way, because if you have 10,000 rows, so that means you have to write 10,000 queries. But no, for instead using this, we can use the for loop, the loop concept through which we can retrieve multiple values from the database. Is same like in other programming language. Okay, so I'll first of all I'll discuss a very small program. Uh, okay, to uh, understand the concept of looping, and it's very simple. Okay, so the program is like this. Suppose you need to enter 10, you need to enter 12, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, and once the value is greater than 50, so your loop is break or a exit. You exit from the loop. So how you can do it? It's very simple. First of all, and whenever I'm talking about the PLSQL block, you have to declare the body of your program. So in declare section, first we declare, and in the declare, there are three point. Second one is begin. After begin, there is and. So this is a complete body of your for loop structure. So in declare section, you have to declare a variable, and in begin section, you have to write the body of your program. Okay. So here we need to insert the values. Okay, whenever the addition of your values, suppose 10, 20, 30, 50, like if you want to you enter this value 10, and plus 10 is 20, 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 plus something like that. Like, okay, so first of all I need to declare a variable. So I declare a variable like x. Okay, and the data type is number. Okay, and you have to assign some particular value to that particular number. Okay, this is I decide. Okay, now in begin section, I need to write a loop. Okay, but first of all, what we need to do, we have to add of these values, and when this addition is greater than 50, then we come out from the loop. So okay, so for this one you have to write a loop because it's a proper syntax. Okay, I write loop. After that, whenever you write loop, you have to end loop. That thing you have to remember. Okay, my loop is started, my loop is ended. Okay, in between you have to write your program. So it's better way to like this. Okay, so in the loop section, I am writing like dbms, whatever we discussed in the last dbms output. Basically, it's very easy. Just give you a small demonstration so you can understand. Okay, that's why. Otherwise, I never covered all these things in PLSQL block because you guys already know about it. Okay, so x plus 10. I am adding the values in 10 and store this value into a same variable x equal to like this. Now I need to put if this addition, okay, whatever I'm doing, like if this addition is greater than 50, okay, then you need to exit from the loop because exit is just like a break, if you remember in other, okay, like exit. Okay, so whenever you run and whenever you start your if, so you have to end your if as well. Okay, so like this one, you can write your program or something like that. After that, whenever your loop is print, so you can also print your values dbms. Okay, then you write output underscore line, so values automatically come, and here you pass. So you can write a single message, it's up to you. Okay, like after exit x is like, it's a message, it's whatever you want to print. Okay, now I give a space, and because it's so concatenate, what the value of x over here. So I'm using that is correct. Okay, so now you need to run your program. So, but I need to write one more thing before executing the program. Set server output on. Okay, so now if you execute your program, so see uh, why value not print. What is this? Okay, this now run this. Okay, so this PLSQL block is successfully executed. So see, your values is 10, 20, 30, 40, and once you reach 50, exit. So now the value of x is 60. So like this, you can use your looping concept over here. It's very easy. Okay, it's not a like very big task. Okay, and so this is your basically a simple loop. Okay, so like uh, uh, like basic loop. If you want to use for loop, same, you can use your for loop as well. Okay, and there are multiple ways through which you can handle. Okay, so there is one loop, while loop. Okay, I'll show you while loop, one program for a while loop as well. Okay, so after that we will study the function part. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about the while loop, so same program, if I want to use a while loop or another thing, in while loop, first check the conditions, then will come out from the program. So but here I'll take another program. I want to print a value from 10 to 20, like 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, like that. So first of all, what we need to do, we have to declare our values. Okay, declare. Okay, I have to declare one variable. So I am declaring this time A, no problem, number. Okay, then to give the size. Okay, size, the number of the size is 2, not more than. It's up to you, like if you want to take up the bigger value, so you can. Okay, so now in the digger, now you have to begin. Okay, in begin section, you have to, and once you begin, so at the same time, you end your program as well. So this is the good programming way through which it will help you and avoid the error. So first of all, while uh, A is less than 20, okay, so you will start your loop here. This is a syntax. So that thing you have to remember. Whenever you write your while condition, then you have to write loop, okay, because I'm looping my concept. After that, you need to write dvms output. And the output, there is a function put underscore line. Okay, so here you need to print your values. Okay, so values of A. So after that, you want to print a values of A as well. So you have to use concatenation. Now I need to print over A. Okay. So now close it. After that, A equal to A plus 10. Oh, not plus 10, 1, because I want only increment of 1. Okay. After that, once you finish, after that, you have to end your loop. There is no indentation kind of loop. I'm just uh, like in Python. So okay, you know, you can write, but I'll use like this because it will show. Okay, so why it will take two? Okay, your program is executed. So like this, like 10, 11, 12. Okay, so like this you can use in while loop. Okay, so okay, so like this you can use in your while loop. So, okay, so this is the simple loop, basic loop. Okay, this is the while loop. While you have to put your condition and then you need to execute your loop and end of the loop. Okay, so the another one is for loop. In for loop, you have to write a counter. Like in for loop, the counter is the incremental value, if you can say, and in then you have to specify your lower bound and you have to specify your upper bound as well. Okay, so I'll show you one demonstration as well, like the same program. I'll try to uh, make through for loop. Okay, so that is also a very simple concept. First of all, the same thing, I'm using the same thing. Why share this? Okay, I'll declare a variable. After that, you need to and okay, and in between, you have to write your for loop, like for a in. Okay, now you have to give the lower bound, and after that, you have to press 2 and upper bound. Okay, after that, you have to specify loop, and in between loop you have to write dbms, like whatever you want to write, dbms underscore output put underscore line. This is basically a point underscore line, and now you have to print your values. Okay, so I am using this. Okay, okay, so after that you have to end loop. So that is the basic concept. Whenever you start your loop, so you have to end. So now you execute. So your PLSQL block is executed and your value is 10. So like this, you can achieve your for loop. Okay, that's very simple. It's not like a big thing. And there is one more thing at the reverse, like because in my PPT, I think reverse part also available. So in reverse part, what you need to do, you just write in reverse. Okay, so I'll show you that also. Okay, you have to write here, and just before that, you need to write your reverse statement. Okay, so this reverse is so what happened whenever you execute your program, output should be printed in a reverse order. Okay, so like see 20, 10. Okay, so that is very simple to use a for loop and a looping concept achieve in uh, PLSQL block is very easy. Okay, so now you understand how to deal with that looping concepts now clear for you. Okay, so if you have any problem, you can ask me anytime. So you can achieve your nested loop as well. Okay, that in other programming language, whatever you did. Okay, so same concept you can achieve through that also. So okay, so now if I told you how to uh, use this looping concept through like in programs. Okay, so that is also very simple. It's not like a very big kind of a thing. Okay, so I'll show you one example. So after that, we will move to the another topic like functions. Okay, I will discuss about what are the functions and what is the use of the functions. Okay, so that's the benefit to work with this PLSQL block. It will give you the complete exposure of other programming languages. Okay, so here I am using for loop for tables, whatever tables you have, and apply, because up to here we had a discussion about like how to achieve this for loop, okay, while loop concepts, okay, and how to apply on this one. So now it's up to you how you want to use and how you want to perform like simple mathematical concepts. Okay, so suppose in declare section, okay, I'll use the same in declare section. Okay, so okay, I am achieving, I'll show you this one. Okay, in for loop, like in for loop, basically we declare some variables, country. Okay, the output of this program, I want to insert multiple data. Okay, basically I want to insert the data into location table. Okay, but I want to insert the CA and Montreal in my table. So how you can achieve that part? Okay, so that values you can achieve through for loop as well. Okay, but not violate the conditions of uh, program. Okay, so it will take a lot of time to write. I'll explain over here what actually is going on. So basically, this is my first okay query. Okay, what I need to do. So this is my query, and in Contryard, so in Contry shift just by mistake I okay. Basically, this is my Contryard. In Contryard, I just rows this one. If, so if you execute this part, okay. So the missing keyword, which missing keyword is talking about? Like this one. Okay. First of all, I have to. Okay, so basically, in where the country Liard CA, the location ID is maximum location ID is 1900. Okay, where the country yard is this. So basically, what we are doing in this program, first of all, we have to select. Okay, we have to select the maximum location ID and store that value into my variable, whatever I declared from location table, where country ID is whatever whenever we execute that time I assign the country ID is CA. Okay, after that, what I did, I run a loop. The counter is less than 3. So basically, I want to insert 3 values. I want to insert 3 values in my location table. So that time I am using insert into location. location ID, city, and country ID, because in location table, like if you go in location table, so there are 1, 2, 3 location ID, street number, postal code, city, state, province, and country ID is available. Okay, so these three values I am inserting in that one. So using loop, so through which you can do it. That is very easy. Okay, so it's not a like very big task to achieve that particular thing, to perform something. Okay, that part we also, but I think now you guys are comfortable to do that particular part. Okay, so before starting, I'll just showing you how to do all this stuff. Now we are moving to the another topic, like how to declare a functions. This is very easy. Okay, you can do it by yourself. I'm not give you all that the complete demonstration right now, because it's very easy. Okay, so through for loop also you can achieve the things like now I am inserting three values into my table, so you can do it. Okay, so or if you want, okay, so I'll give. Suppose I have a table. I just, yeah. Suppose I have, this is my custom. Okay. And in this one, I want to insert three values. Then what should I do? Okay. What should I do? If I want to insert, the normally thing is I am just using the insert into keyword and inserting three values. Okay. But whenever we use the loop concept, that time I have to use loop 1, 2, 3, insert into location, then location ID, city, and country ID. I need to give it to over here. But that things you have to assign these values over here. Otherwise, the same values will enter automatically, will enter in the program. Okay. So that thing you have to understand or remember. If you simply use insert into inside a for loop, okay, like na, like if you want to use insert into and you write over here, so like is this is called a multi-line comment. I think I told you, but if not, no problem. So like here, this is called multi-line. Okay, if you enter all these values, insert into, so these three these values are repeatedly enter into your table. Okay, but I'm not like that, so you have to put some conditions over here according to your requirement. Okay, so that things are very easy. Don't be like think it's very difficult. It's just like a same programming language whatever you studied in other, okay, things. So now I will talk about the functions part, and functions is just like a same, okay, in in programming language, na? Like in functions in Java and all are the same things. So whenever you use a functions in in this PLSQL block, so it's very simple to use to create a function. I think function is not available in this topic. Then there is function is available. Yeah, maybe no problem, but I told you how to use this function, so I'll create a fun. And I think what is functions is basically a set of codes to create or to achieve some certain task. Okay, so that's why we are using this function part. So right now I am using create or replace. In the last class I discussed, whenever I discuss the view part, that time I'll tell you how to create or replace, what is the benefit to create or replace a function, create a replet of a function, create a replet of a function. You have to give the name, because I have a customer table, so I want to add all the customers. Okay, so I am making a function for that. Total customer. Okay, so this is the name of my customer. Return if you want. Okay, yes, I am using as a return keyword, return, like same. But here we need to specify return after once we create a so whenever we use return, so it will return a number because I use okay, because I have this customer table and I want to make functions how many customers are available in my table. So that's time every time I don't run to the Excel statistic something like that, select count of the table values. Okay, so I make a function for that, and this is the syntax basically: create or replace function. Replace if this function already available, so replace it and create a new one. And return number is because it's written on numeric values, that's why I'm using as a num is. So I'm using here total numbers because okay, total numbers. Okay, showing benefit to use the IDE. Okay, so yeah, starting I'll give it to 0 because that value I'll retrieve from the scene. Now you have to specify your begin is the same thing. Okay, so whenever we use begin, so my problem is that I want to count all the customers is available. So once you begin, now you have to end as well. Okay, and in between you write your queries. So your queries is select because I need to count. So count, I'm using asterisk because I want to count everything because there are this is the table of a customer. So whenever I use asterisk, I count all the values in my table, and into this variable, whatever variable I declared, total, okay, from customer. Okay, so this is my customer table. Okay, that's it. That means a function is created or it return. Okay, because it's a function, so it need to return a something. Return what? Total. The total it will return. Okay, so now if you execute this thing, so that means it will show a message like a function is compiled. Okay, so now your function is ready. And if you want to now how to use it function, it's also a very simple part. So suppose my function is created, now I want to call my function as well. So basically it's very simple. If you want to use in a program, we can use, I'll show you how to use this thing in a program. Okay, so this is my total customer. Okay, so if you want to execute it, but it will not show, I think. Hello. Yeah, unknown command. Okay, so now how to use it, because I need to store this value in some particular variable. So now my function is created. Now I want to use my functions. How can I use? So you have to create another things. Okay, so I am using declare. Now I am calling my function. Okay, so okay, I'm using so oh shit. So TOTAL total customers. This one is why. Okay, so this is my total customer functions I'm calling. Whenever it's function, you have to put a semicolon with the last. Now I store this value into a variable. Okay, I am storing this value into a variable. After that, I am using to print dbms underscore output. Okay, put line. Now you have to pass this value over here. Okay, so I pass my values over here. So now if you want to print a message, so customer is, because you have to put a concatenation operator. Now you have to define this C as well. Okay, C number. This is a small table, so but you have to design your declare section also because I am declaring my own. Okay, if we execute this. Okay, see there are 7 customers in my customer table. So, and where is my customer table? I'll show you. Yeah, if you execute this thing, see, there are 7 entities are available. So, like this, you can use your function as well. So that is very easy. Okay. And remember, in whatever commands I'm talking about, all these commands you have to write in this begin section. Okay. So hope you understand how you can achieve all these things, and big programs you can also make. So I'll show you the last part for today's lecture. Okay. So what are that basically? Okay, I'll go to the okay, my looping is finished. Like you can use this label also, you can use. It's not very important. That's why I not repeat today as well, because there are a lot of things in PLSQL as well. So in outer loops, whenever you are using the nested loop, that time you are confused which is your inner loop, which is your outer loop. So you can use these labels as well. Okay. So in these labels as well, you can identify, okay, this is my inner loop. So your inner loop end here, this is your outer loop, this is your outer loop. So you can create labels as well. It's not like a big task, but whenever you do huge programming, that time we will use this kind of a concept. But it's not necessary you have to do it or not, but you can write your loopings labels as well. Okay, so here we already had a discussion about what is exit, because we already see, and the continue is same like in other programming language like you use. Okay, so now the main and important chapter is come, the cursor. Basically, what is cursor? Cursor is nothing like in a private memory area. Like, whenever you want to perform something, whenever you write a query. Okay, so what happened whenever you write a query, the PLSQL compiler, the Oracle compiler, you provide a space where you can go sit and perform your task. Like whenever you come to a class, so we will provide you a chair, so where you can sit over there and do your task. So the same thing we will achieve and in cursor. So whenever you write select asterisk something, so the Oracle compiler automatically create a space for your query and execute your queries. Okay, so the same things, but in why we use this cursor, the main thing is here. Whenever we use cursor, is just like a pointer and an area. We provide a area to a query to execute your task efficiently, because we run a very big query. That time no memory problem will happen, something like that. So it's better now, like if you come to the class and I told you four people can sit only one computer and do your job. So what happened? You are not performing well. But if I provide a special, every candidate have a special like laptop, okay, a special device. So in that case, what happened? In this case, what happened? You perform well. Okay, so that is the benefit to use this thing, the cursor part. Okay, so like there are two type of cursors we can implement: implicit and explicit. Implicit cursor where the compiler automatically created, and but explicit you have to create it. Okay, and there are basically uh, four things whenever you are like SQL found. If you use ampersand found, ampersand not found, row count, so these are basically SQL cursor attributes. Okay, what are these things? Suppose you want to write a query, also you want to write a query something, so this found will help you. What if you want to update 6 record, so these 6 record is actually available in the table or not? So it will sometimes what happen na, like you execute your query and no data found error will come. Okay, so in that case this SQL found will help you. Okay, no, there is no data such kind of, okay, or data is found. So data is found, how many data is affected by your query? So that things information we will achieve through this found, not found, and row count. In row count it will tell you, oh, 6 row I affected, 6 row I updated. That kind of a things we achieve by this SQL cursor attributes. Okay, and like suppose this is my begin program, and here I just I want to delete it. I want to delete some rows from my data set. Okay, so I'll run delete from employee where employee ID is this thing. So it will this value will tell you, oh, 10 rows is deleted from your database, but actually you want to delete only one record. So that kind of information you will receive by these cursor through cursor attributes as well. Okay, but this is a complete chapter like in explicit cursor. Now I will tell you what actually this the SQL statement executed by the Oracle server has associated and individual cursors, implicit, declare, and managed by the PLSQL for all DML and PLSQL select statement. And that is the another second one is explicit cursor. This is declared and managed by the programmer. Okay, by you. So like this is a whenever you write your query, na, so this yellow color of box, if you're looking over here, so this is your queries, and the box is represent like a cursor. So memory area. So this cursor is a memory area. So where your queries go and execute and come, something like that. Okay. These values are remaining like active sets. Your data sets is available in that particular memory area to perform a task. So how to control a explicit cursor? That cursor is basically designed by the programmer. So there are basically 5 parts: declare, open, fetch, empty, and close. In declare section, you have to declare your cursor, you have to open your cursor, you have to fetch your cursor. If data is available, then close it. If not, then come to the fetch part once again. So something like that. Okay. And the control structure, first of all, open the cursor. Whenever you are doing this, first you have to create your cursor. After creating a cursor, first of all, you open your cursor, you check, you fetch a row, and you close the cursor. That is the good way to achieve this cursor part kind of a thing. And whenever you declaring with a cursor, first of all, you have to assign the name of the cursor and the cursor name and your body of the program. That's it. Nothing you have to done very fancy over here. And another thing is declare section, like cursor name is. Okay. So I select employee ID, last name from employee where department ID is 30. So department ID 30, my cursor is created. Simple concept. After that, whatever I need to manipulate with that data, I use that name and through which I can perform my cursor part. Okay. So I'll give it to you a small demonstration about the cursor part. Already know I have a table of cursor. I have this customer table and I want to increase 500 rupees of each employee. Okay. So I want to, and okay, and I want to see how this cursor part will help you and how this row count will affect my values. Okay. So that is very easy. Basically, that my point is that it's not very difficult part to achieve it. Okay. And after that, we will make a one explicit cursor as well through which you can perform. So I'll show you. Basically, it will take, okay, better to copy it, otherwise it will take a lot of time. Okay, so first of all, in declare, no, but first of all, I tell you, not the row count part where the, okay, I closed that window, no problem. Sorry. So in declare, after that, there is a, right, there is a, and okay, and it's like in a second last chapter, you can say. After that, the trigger part is remaining. Okay, so in the next class that I will discuss also, and your course will finish. Total row count, because I want to row, because here what I'm trying to do, I want to increase 500. I want to increase 500 of salary of each employee. So I want to see how many row will affect. So I make a program for that. So first of all, I need to declare a variable row none. Okay, so I am giving the 2 because my data will become the 2 part. Okay, so now I want to apply this value. So if I want to increase 500, then what I need to do, I need to update the salary column, because I am updating the salary of all employees, not a single one. Okay, so what I need to do, I have to write update customers, because I am using the customer table. customers, set, if you remember, set salary. Set salary equal to salary plus 500, because I want to increase 500 salary of each customer. Okay. So then, but I need to check the salary column is available. Yeah, salary column. Okay. After that, what I need, if I'm using if SQL not found. If SQL not found, that means there is no data available. Then what I need to use, DBMS. DBMS underscore output dot put underscore long. Okay. So then I need to use no customer. No customers. Okay. No customers selected. Okay. So else, because now else, okay, else if, now I'm using else if found, found, these are the attributes, remember. And if I found, then what I need to do, then use this row count, then I don't use row count row SQL. I'm using the function is row count. There is a function row count, how many rows affected by the program. Okay, so total rows. Total rows. After that, you need to use concatenation operator, customer selected. Okay, after that, because I'm using if, so I need to finish my and if also. Okay, so this is a very simple program. So if I okay, if I need to okay, so first of all, I need to check my customer table. There are 7 employees are there, and the salary is 500, 500, 500. Okay, so I want to increase 500 each one. Okay, so if I execute this one, compilation error, there is okay, there is an error of a salary. Okay, the salary. So your PLSQL block is successfully executed. Okay, and 7 customer is selected. Okay, so it will show you in 7 customer. I will 7 customer is selected. So that is the help of this row count. Okay, so if you go over there and if you execute this, 500, 500 is increased over there, and there are total 7 customers. So that is the benefit basically to use this cursor, this thing. Basically, right now I'm not creating any cursor. I'm just using these attributes. Like if not found, then no customer selected. If found, if SQL found, then found out the role cursor. So because the person is available in my table, so that's why is found. Okay. And value is that. Got it? So that is a simple way through which you can perform. So, and if you want to make a customer or if you want to make a functions, you can do it. Okay. So suppose I'll show you one more program, then I finish today's cursor part. It's very easy to perform it. Suppose I want to in my table, I have I want to make a program. So the name of the employee and the address will be print together. Okay. So I need to make a cursor for that. Okay. So what I need to do, first of all, I need to declare my cursor, okay, and then I will do it. And declaring a cursor is very simple. If you want to declare a cursor, so you have to write cursor, the name of the cursor, okay, is, so my cursor, this is the name of my custom cursor name. Okay, so like if you want this, so this is my cursor name. Now I am using select ID because ID is there, name is there, address is there, from customer table. Okay, so like this, my cursor is created. Okay, whenever you execute it, it will execute. Okay, so like whenever you execute this part, if you want to. Okay, so like see, my cursor is created over here. That's very simple. Okay, my name is available and address is available only in this cursor. So now if you want to achieve something, like I want to print Ramesh and add together. Okay, so the address of the Ramesh is that. So what I need to do, I just make a program. Same, you have to declare some variables. Okay, and whenever you declare, first of all, you have to open your cursor. Okay, after open, you have to fetch the data from the cursor. Okay, and after that, you need to close your cursor. So three things I need to perform over here. So first of all, what I need to do? First of all, I need to declare because I want to print. So I am using declare. That is the things you can achieve, but I don't want all these things like that. I am using C underscore ID. Then I am using another variable C underscore name. Then I am another variable C underscore address. Okay. And I, in the last class, if you remember, I told you if I want to use the same data type of whatever my customer table is have, so what I need to do? So I am using the same thing. Okay. So in my, so first of all, I need to use my, okay. So in my customer table, I am using D because, okay, percent type. So my variable name have the same data type, whatever data type have this customer ID. Okay, that you need to remember. So in my customer, first of all, I need to say IDs. Okay, so the same name. So same I am applying for this name section over here. Same I am applying for address. Oh shit. Okay, so in customer, I need to write dot name dot address. So that will be automatically come. So three variables I created, and I am using these cursor in that one. If you want, like otherwise, because my cursor already opened it, so no need to declare over here. But if you want, you can declare your cursor in declare sections as well. Okay, so like it's not a problem over here. So now I, first of all, I need to open my cursor. So open. Now you have to specify the name of your cursor. Okay, so I write the name of my cursor. Then, because I need to add all the employees with their address. So what I need to do, because I have to move in my complete table. So after that, I need to use my fetch. Fetch statement. So fetch from fetch where? From this customer cursor, whatever I am declared into, because I am taking the values and store my values into these variables. Then you have to write comma, and you have to write. It's very simple. Just try to understand the flow, nothing else. Okay, and don't be confused. These things are very easy. Okay, so now I declare. First of all, I fetch. Okay. First of all, I check my cursor is open. Yes. Not check. I open my cursor. Now I am starting fetching the values from my cursor and exit because I use loop. Exit when exit when the data not found over here. Okay. When the data not found. That means once your queries is successfully completed, then you come out. And what I need to do, I just want to print the name and the address with that particular value. So like I need to use dbms underscore output. Yes, the value. Oh, output. Yeah, come the values. I put underscore line. So here I need to print my values. Okay. So I just after that concatenation. So I need the name or yeah, no problem. Okay, so after that, so these three values are printed over there. In between, if you want, you can give a space as one space as well. Okay. See, it's very easy. Okay, and also a part of a like in data science, also we also do the same thing. So you have to understand the data. If you're able to understand the data, how the data is stored and how to fetch and something like that, then you can do. Now I'm close my cursor. Okay, so now my cursor is closed. First, what I do, first of all, I create a cursor. Okay, if I do not want, my point is that you can create your cursor here also. So I am using this. Okay, so now if I execute, because my cursor is already open, so maybe it will throw exception, maybe. But sometimes, yeah, because it's end. It's showing some kind of just a minute. I need to okay, I need to close this because I don't put any command, that's why. So error starting use just okay. So now because I close my cursor, so now I am declaring my okay. Because I closed cursor over here. That's why I opened over here. So there is some error. Okay. I don't use over here. See some- Now your PLSQL block is successfully connected. So see, the values will be printed over here. So if you want making some space. Okay, so like this. My ID, name, and the values will be come over here. Why these two values come? Because maybe I executed in customer table. Yeah, these two values are same. Okay, so like this, you can create your cursor. Okay, and you can first you create your cursor, then you can use it. It's also fine. It's not a problem. It's like no need to create your cursor inside that one. So like this, if I execute, so now it's showing a error because why the C customers must be okay, fine, fine. Got it. I did because this is a SQL block, and whenever you want to make your cursor, so you have to write in a declare section. So that's I forget about here. So my cursor is declare, but you have to declare this cursor into a declare section. So that's why you can use it. And if you want to use it, that the same part, then you have to declare this thing also. Then you can do it. Okay. And when you declare, then you have to end as well. So that things you can achieve. So now if I execute my cursor once again, so my PLSQL block is successfully executed. So this is basically all about the cursor, and the cursor is very important. Whenever you write a single query like this, now opening cursor. So in declare section, you have to declare your cursor first. Okay. After that, in begin section, you open your cursor like that. Because I forget to use this declare section whenever I am creating the cursor outside the outside this program. Okay, because when I created over here, so I forget to use this declare section. So but you can declare inside your you can make your cursor always in a declare block. Okay, so that's the simple part over here. So cursor is also important, and everywhere whenever you go for an interview and something, everybody asks you about what is cursor. Okay, and make a cursor, something like that. So, and there is another thing like a record. We already had a discussion. It's like a function. So it's nothing very, it's very easy. First of all, you have to declare a record over here, like whatever we did, na, like cursor. So there are two type of values we are table based and the cursor based. So this is called a table based, and cursor based we already had a discussion, or you can use it over here. Records. Okay. So basically, and record is like in a data structure which will store the similar kind of data. Okay, so like my customer values already declared. Okay, so like if I use this one, it's very easy basically. That's why I'm not okay. So like here you declare, so this is my customer, my, and the customer row type I declared, and begin select. So I want to store my values with the same customer table I'm talking about. So basically, I am generating a record of which employee have record ID 5. But in my customer, yeah, I have this 5 over here. So if I execute this one, where if I execute this one, okay, so it will give me the complete Curly. Customer ID is 5, the customer name is column, the customer address is Delhi, and the customer salary is 5. If you want to print a values in the form of record, that time you can use this record. It's very easy. Declare the record is like in a variable. Which table you want to create as a record, the customer table, row type. That things you have to specify the row type because you want to retrieve the values to the row wise. After that, select the values you have to store value from customer where ID is 5. After that, you can write DBMS ID customer ID. So customer ID dot ID. So this ID come from the table customer record dot name, customer record dot address, customer record dot salary. So something like that you can create a record as well. But here you are using one record, so that time you can run a for loop to retrieve all the values from your database. So like this, now here you use a values of you have to use a loop over here to retrieve the values from the database. So I'll show you this one also. Okay, you want to execute this one. You see, values will become Ramesh, Sanket, Komal, or something. So this is called basically a cursor based. So we already had a discussion about this one. So this is called as a cursor based values. Okay. So this is for today, and in the next class, I this user defined records as well once again. And remember, your next class will be the last class that will be held on, no, that will be conduct on next Tuesday, I think. Yeah, according to that one. So in between you guys have practice, and that's it. Yeah. So Okay, so you in user because these things are not very difficult. All our things are related to each other. If you guys understand this cursor part, okay, so you automatically understand all these records and all. Okay, so these are core hardcore programming in you want to achieve in PLSQL block. So that is very important. And all these things you already have an idea because in other programming language you guys already achieved this particular task. Okay. So this is all about regarding the cursor and row count, not found. We already had a discussion. Okay, so I'll share these PPTs as well. So try at your end. But remember, learn about cursor. Cursor is very important. Okay, otherwise you cannot able to uh, achieve that thing. So okay, whenever you go for an interview or something, if somebody asks you what is you know PLSQL block, so that time they will ask you what is cursor, okay, and what is functions, how to achieve a function in that one, okay, how to make a record. So these things people basically ask, okay, and that is very easy. I already showed. Just understand the syntax, okay, just understand because sometimes it's looking like these things are very big. No, no, but it's not very easy, just you understand the flow of the program, okay, and my ppts are well designed. Basically these ppts are from Oracle, so these are well designed. You just go through, and if you have any problem you can ask me. So in the next class we will finish this program, okay, this, okay, and I think if there is one topic is remaining, the trigger, that I will discuss in the next class as well. So, and after this one, you are able to achieve the OCA kind of exam. You can directly apply in that exam also, but you need more practice to do the same things. Okay, so bye bye. See you tomorrow.